Great. So today we are going to discuss about a senior demo, and we are going to observe a senior demo class. Okay, let me share the screen. Please switch on your videos. Let's get started. Let's get ready for our today's session. Great, wonderful. Okay, so we'll start off with a small video. Let me share it.
I have spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so needless to say, over those years, I've had a chance to look at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some of them have been not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things that we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection. Relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carver says all learning is understanding relationships. Everyone in this room has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I have looked at the best and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, they don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach a lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed. Well, I said to her, you know, kids don't learn from people they don't like. She said, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I said to her, well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear. Needless to say, it was. Some people think that you can either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He said you ought to just throw in a few simple things, like seeking first to understand as opposed to being understood. Simple things like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. And I got back and looked at that teacher edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I came back to class the next day and I said, look, guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong. I'm so sorry. They said, that's okay, Miss Pearson. You were so excited. We just let you go. I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was difficult. It was awfully hard. How do I raise the self-esteem of a child and his academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, you were chosen to be in my class because I am the best teacher and you are the best students. They put us all together so we could show everybody else how to do it. One of the students said, really? I said, really? We have to show the other classes how to do it. So when we walk down the hall, people will notice us. So you can't make noise, you just have to strut. And I gave him a saying to say, I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful and I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go. And they said, yeah. You say it long enough, it starts to be a part of you. And so I gave a quiz, 20 questions. Student missed 18. I put a +2 on this paper and a big smiley face. He said, Miss Pearson, is this an F? I said, yes. He said, then why'd you put a smiley face? I said, because you on the roll. You got 2 right, you didn't miss them all. I said, and when we review this, won't you do better? He said, yes, ma'am, I can do better. You see, -18 sucks all the life out of you. +2 said, I ain't all bad. For years, I watched my mother take the time at recess.
Right. So this video tells us a lot of things about building relationship with the student and how it is very, very important to have a connection with your students. The reason being, children don't learn from people they don't like. And that was a very hard-hitting sentence that she said. So with that note, we are going to learn about how to build relationships and what all can we do to build relationships with our students, with our learners, and also to the people whom we are trying to interact with. Okay, so let's start our training session for the day. Please keep taking notes as you go through something important or you come across something which you find worth learning. So today we are going to, this will be our agenda for the day. We are going to discuss about a senior demo and we are going to observe it. After the break, we are also going to learn how to use body language and voice to build relationships with the students. So today's objectives would be, the first objective is very important to understand. We are going to identify and we are going to analyze different teachers' actions. Remember, when I say actions, what is she doing? Okay. How is she doing? Or whether you like it or not like it, that's a different story altogether. I'm not asking you to talk about your opinions about the teacher. Rather, I want you to observe what are the actions that enables her to build relationship with the student, right? And in the second half, we are going to master the skill of building relationship with students by use of effective body language and voice modulation. So which hats do you think we'll be wearing today? Yesterday, we discussed about 3 hats. Which hats would we be wearing today? Any idea? You can write it in the chat section. Facilitator, yes, because we are going to take the demo of a student. So we are going to provide resources as well as we are going to provide a quality learning experience in our classes. And a mentor, okay? So we are influencer. Influencer will come later. I'll tell you when. Observer's hat, that was not a hat, Noor. Yesterday we discussed about 3 hats: mentor, facilitator, and an influencer. Only 3 hats we discussed, right? So today we'll be wearing the hat of a mentor because we are going to guide the student through the learning plan for the day. And we are also going to be a facilitator for him or her as we are going to provide that learning experience in our class. Today, we are not discussing about the influencer part because mentoring and facilitating will anyways include some of the influencing, of course, but the main influencer role we'll be playing in the parent-teacher interaction, which will be done on day 4. Okay, so today we are only going to mentor and facilitate the child. Now remember, I told you the demo class is of 1 hour, right? So today what we are going to view is the first 40 to 45 minutes of the class. We are not viewing the last 15-20 minutes of the class where we are interacting with the parents, right? Great. Now let's understand the categories of demo. There are 3 categories of demo. First category is the junior category. that is grade 1 to grade 3. Okay. If there are children below that, we also keep them in the junior segment. Senior section would be 4 to 10 mostly. Grown-ups would be beyond that, like class 11, 12, and furthermore. But sometimes we also consider 11th and 12th in the senior section. Yesterday, I think I mentioned this. Why? Actually, these demarcations which you see on your screen, these demarcations are being made so that we can understand the different presentations and the level of the presentations. But there is a possibility that you get a class 5 child, a grade 5 child, whose level of competency you find it to be of that of a grade 3 child. In that case, you are not going to put them in the senior category. You are going to put them in the junior category. So it largely depends on the level of competency of the learner as well, right? Now, for the grown-ups, there are basic English and presentation skills. There are two different types of PPTs that we have. But for the senior and junior, mostly the division is between like grade 1 to 3 and grade 4 to 10. In case if you feel like putting a grade 4 child in the junior section, you are free to do that. So the judgment lies on you. Not exactly on the psychology. I would rather say the level of their proficiency in English, how they speak, whether they are able to understand the things that we are going to discuss. Say, for example, a child of grade 4, if you think that the competency is not that of a senior grade, you will see what we teach in the senior grade. So according to that, if you judge that, okay, this presentation would not be good for him, and I should be putting him into the junior segment, you're free to do that, right? Now, let's get ready to witness PS classroom. Yes, Maisha, everything is global. Okay, everything is global. So today we are mainly focusing on the senior demo PPT and the senior demo segment. So here, what I'm going to ask you to do is, while you're watching the videos that I'm going to show you, what you have to do is you have to write down enabling teachers' actions on the basis of the body language of the teacher, voice modulation, and the other things that she says or does, so as to build relationship with the student. Okay, like for example, for body language, you might see that she's giving a high five, or she's giving a big smile. She's changing her facial expressions as and when required. Voice modulation, you can say where she's emphasizing what words. Okay, so we are going to talk about the teacher's actions, and we are not going to write about the opinions about the teacher. Other things that she says or asks or instructs to do, like for example, she appreciated the child when she answered, give the answers, or she is trying to add her personal experiences so that she can better connect with the child. Now, identifying the actions. Let's practice. Is this an action? She is so nice. Is this an action? No. Deepa writes no. No. Okay. She is so nice. This is an opinion. Okay. It's not a fact. It does not contain any action words. You understand what are verbs, isn't it? Action verbs. There is no main verb over here. We have only one verb, and that is primary verb. Anyways, this is an opinion about the teacher. But if I say, she asked how I was feeling. This is an action. Very good. Perfect. Perfect. Action verb. Very good. Yes. Because it has an action verb. She asked how I was feeling. So I'm not talking about my opinion about the teacher. I'm telling you that what she did. Okay. What is she doing? Right. He was unhappy. Again, this is an opinion. Yes. Kajal has written no. Harmanpreet. Yes. So this is not an action that we are talking about. We are talking about the opinion that we have for the teacher, right? Instead, if I say, He was holding his head and crying. That's action, right? Okay, very good. So he was holding his head and crying. That includes actions, right? So let's begin with our demo session. Now let's focus on how the demo is designed. Before I start off these 5 sections of a demo session, the first thing that I would like to tell you is this. I think it's not there in the presentation. Remember, if you can write it, please write it. The design principle. What is a design principle? The demo is designed in such a way that it follows 3 principles. The first principle that we follow here is everything is activity based. So first, please write the design principle of the demo classes in Planet Spark. Number 1 is activity based. So you will see most of the concepts that we are teaching are more or less, they are taught through an activity, okay, with the help of an activity. Number 2, there is an absolute focus on the pillars of public speaking. Focus on the pillars of public speaking. There will be games, there will be activities, there will be writings, readings, speaking. All these will be based on most of the pillars of public speaking. That is, mostly it would be body language, voice modulation, and to some extent it will be confidence and thought structure as well, mostly, right? So number 2 is focus on the pillars of public speaking. Third is a structured approach towards learning a new content area. A structured approach towards learning a new content area. So when, say, for example, when I have a junior student, I'll teach him storytelling, isn't it? So storytelling has a structured approach. First, we will teach body language. With body language, how would you say? With voice modulation, how would you say? Okay. So this is where the structured approach is followed. In case of a senior demo, you will see there is a proper structured approach towards learning the speech, how to give a speech. So it's divided into ethos, pathos, logos, and then we try to understand, we try to teach what are these 3 concepts. Okay, and these are very new concepts. These are usually not very commonly heard, right? These are some things that we actually need to learn as well. Now, number 3, which I'm talking about, structured approach. Why structured approach? Because in the adult demo also, you must be planning to join your adult demo as well, since it is optional. So if you are planning to join, you will see that when we try to teach how to create a presentation, there is a proper structured approach towards learning how to create a presentation. There you would find there is a hook statement, the thesis statement, argument, evidences, summary, plea, all these things are there. So again, every demo that we have will follow a structured approach towards learning a new content area. Remember these 3 things. These 3 things will be common in all the demos. Am I clear? Okay, let's move on to the different sections of a demo. Now, in a senior demo, you would find these 5 sections. I'll read it out and then we'll watch it in more details. First is context setting. Number 2 is introduction to PS skills. Now here PS, many of the times you will see PS written. Sometimes, somewhere it will be public speaking. Some places it might be Planet Spark also. So just be rest assured, just check the context when you are reading PS. Okay, introduction to PS skills means public speaking skills. Speech delivery, that is the 3rd part. 4th is writing speech, and 5th is final showcase by the student. Now let's have a look at context setting first. Now, whenever I'll show you this kind of slide, part 1, part 2, here you will see there are some minutes written. So this is an approximate time that you would spend in this particular segment. Okay.
Slide, yeah.
Sorry for that.
Second to share my screen. And here we go. Yes. Okay. So yes, so I think we are all set. We have joined from laptop. I can see all of you there in one frame. And let's just, ensure that we are there to interact, right? So don't worry, keep yourself off mute. We can talk whenever you have any questions. Just feel free to say. Just all of us are only here, so feel free, okay? And yes, so let's get started. So a question for you, Tia, to start with. What do you see on the screen? Can you read this out loud?
Become a confident public speaker.
Wow. And I like how confidently you read it out. Very good. So what do you mean by a confident public speaker, Tia?
Why we mean by a confident public speaker, like we can speak confidently in front of public, in front of everyone.
Yeah, that's correct. Like without any hesitation, and just like when we are there out in front of a public, large audience, then also we can speak. Absolutely. Do you want to become a confident public speaker?
Yes, I want to become a confident.
Yes, amazing. All right. So that's why we are here today. And I'm pretty sure that towards the end of the class, you would have created something of your own. We'll come to what that is and also present it in front of everyone. Okay? Yeah. All right. So I know, ma'am, we spoke on phone, right, earlier. So I know you know me. Let me quickly introduce myself for everyone. So my name is Ishita, and I'm your learning buddy, Tia, for today. I will help you learn. We are going to have a lot of fun here today. That's why buddy. And for your parents, I will be helping both of you to identify Tia's strengths today. Okay, like what is it that she already has, and how can we just leverage those skills so that she becomes that confident public speaker? Yeah. And yes, I welcome all of you to this session, and looking forward to have a lot of fun learning time. Two things that I'm going to request all of us here to operate with. Tia, can you read out the first one, please?
Okay. Speak up. Ask, share.
Yes. So what do you think speak up means?
It means that we should speak and interact with you.
Yes, definitely interact with me. And how we will do that is whenever, we have an idea, we will share it with everyone. And whenever you have a question, you want to ask a doubt, feel free to ask it. Or even if not a doubt, you are curious to learn something, then also ask a question. Okay? All right. Okay. And second one, let's ask your mom to read. Yes, Ms. Anuradha, can you read the second one, please?
Yeah. Second one is high energy. Use hands, face, eyes, and voice at all times.
Yes, thank you so much. I feel like energy in the room is already high, so I'm loving that. Let's, maintain that energy throughout so that we can have all the fun. And one request that whenever we are speaking, you would have seen me that I'm using my hands, I'm making some expressions, right? So whenever we are speaking, I would want all of us to try to use our hands, our face, our eyes, and voice effectively at all times. Can we do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Love it. Okay. Okay. Now you know something about me, right? I would want you all to also introduce yourself. So let's try with first Tia. So Tia, here are some of the sentences. You can use these sentences to, share a bit about yourself, and then we'll also hear from your parents.
Okay. My name is Tia Agarwal.
Mm-hmm.
I am 11 years old.
Okay.
I am in grade 6.
Nice. Okay.
In my free time, I like to do drawing,
Oh, nice. Okay. And
and I like to do Python.
Python. Are you serious? You know Python coding?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm learning it.
Oh, wow, that is so cool. I tried learning coding when I was young, and I was like, oh my God, what is all these things? Sometimes the syntax would go wrong and something or the other would happen. Does that happen with you also? You're like, do you, are you always correct with your syntax, or
Sometimes it happens
sometimes it happens? Then how do you solve it?
by rechecking the code again.
Nice. I feel like you must be very patient then, because it requires a lot of patience. And
Yeah.
that is also telling me one more thing about you, that you are very careful, maybe, because coding also requires attention to detail. So that's interesting, Tia. Is that correct, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, so something that I wasn't when I was young, that's why I can identify this in Tia. Great. Thank you so much, Tia. Maybe, you can teach me Python. And I can also learn something from you in our classes. All right. Okay. And now I would request both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, to also, introduce yourselves and just a little bit about why you are here. What would you want for Tia?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first. My name is Manish Arya, and I work for Publicis Sapient. I am a tech professional.
Oh, amazing.
My daughter has an inclination towards coding.
I can see where it is coming from.
So I'm here because I want my child to be not just confident in public speaking, but feel confident within, so that she can express herself at any given platform, be it a social platform, be it a chat with friends, and in a social circle or in a small circle, she can express herself freely. I
Amazing.
can help my child by all I know is coding and IT, so all I can help her with that. But certainly, I'm looking forward for you to take care of my child so that she can be confident in the public.
Definitely. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I think, as you rightly mentioned, like these are the skills that are required in today's world. And I really liked how you mentioned, like, not just confidence from outside, but within, and that also means that Tia should be comfortable with who she is and get able to express in the outside world even. Thank you so much, Mr. Manish. And Ms. Anuradha, would you also want to share?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Anuradha, and I'm a manager working with a company, and
Amazing.
I'm here because I want my child to become definitely a public speaker. And yes, she is very good in imagination. So if you give any word to her, so she can express herself. But I want that to explore more in herself. So I can help my child by supporting her in each and everything. So obviously, being a mother, I can support her. So,
That's the biggest thing the parents can do, like just supporting them in whatever they want to be, whoever they want to be. So that's the most important thing. And okay, now I see why she also likes to draw. You said, like, she's very creative and has good imagination. Interesting. So wow, Tia, I'm learning so much about you even when I'm talking to your parents. Great. All right. So let me, also share some quick context. I know both of you were asking that, why you both have to be here. So let me now share the reason. Of course, I said that, we will be having activities where both of you would also be engaged. But at the same time, we will also, like two things that we will be doing specifically for both of you is one, share Tia's unique strengths and future opportunities via Planet Spark. And B, we would also be guiding you on, how can we personalize Tia's learning path? We believe a lot on personalization of the learning process in order to ensure that, whatever that goal that you just shared with me, that you want for Tia, how can we achieve that goal? Yeah, so this is what we will be doing throughout the session. And of course, towards the end, we will have detailed discussion. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far?
no, not
yet.
All right. Okay. Okay. And as we begin, so this is another role that both of you would be playing. So Tia, we will be having a lot of activities and games, which I've been saying, right? Now, whenever you feel that you need some help and you are stuck in the game, so you have two lifelines. And who are these lifelines? Can you please read it out?
How to use Lifeline. Your parents are your lifeline.
Yes.
Shout Lifeline whenever you need help.
Yeah, so whenever you are stuck, your two lifelines are present just sitting adjacent to you, okay? So your parents are your lifelines today in the game. So whenever you need help, you can choose that, you have two lifelines and both your mom and dad are here. So you can choose whose help do you want and, they can help you out. Yeah? Okay. And whenever you think that you are able to understand me, hear me out properly, then you can give me a thumbs up. And whenever you feel that you have not understood what I'm trying to say, there's any question, then you can give me a thumbs down and I'll pause and we can discuss there. Yeah? All right. Okay, great.
Right. So this was the context setting. Sorry, I stopped the share. So here we have done few things, like for example, the first one which you say setting of expectations, for that we will be discussing just after this. But the first thing that we saw, the teacher welcomed the parent and the child to the class, and she shared the norms of the class. And then they all had a basic introduction. And finally, she shared the class agenda and created excitement about the class, that today we are going to learn a lot of new content areas and lots of new things. And you will be able to create something new of your own at the end of this class, right? So where did you find Nidhi contences? I do not understand contences. She said, I have no idea when did she say contences, but there is nothing called contences. So building relationship with the child and guardians, yes. Connecting with the things she likes plays a vital role in building relationships with the guardians. What if the parents are not comfortable? Oh God. Not now, not now. We are going to do all these things. All situations, all challenges will be discussed. Yes, teachers, let's write down. What are the enabling teachers' actions to build relationship with the student? What did you find here? Anyone? Body language? She appreciated the student, okay. Knowing the child well, okay. Taking the name of the child, that also builds relationship, very good. She connected by talking about her experiences, very good. Manya, yes. She talked about coding, isn't it? Python coding, right? Asked questions from parents to make it interactive, very good. All smiles, movement of hands was constant, very good. Expressions on the face, okay. Very cheerful and friendly, okay. She was very cheerful and friendly, that's an opinion. How did you find her to be cheerful and friendly? That you need to write, okay, Gaurav? So if you are saying that she was cheerful, you must have seen something, isn't it? What did you see her doing? She was trying to connect with the parents. How? She asked questions and then she again asked follow-up questions also, isn't it? And she made inferences. Then you must be very patient, isn't it? Oh, that is the reason why she is so creative. Now I get it. Okay? So she is trying to make inferences about the child, about the parents also, so that she can get to know them better, right? Okay. Encouraging the positive sides of the child, had a good interaction with both child and parent, feedback was given. Very good. Super. Yes, feedback was given, and she was also making inferences about both the people, all the three people, right? Appreciating small things, sharing her experience, very important. Okay. Using hands, constant smile, comforting and friendly voice, interested in her hobbies and shared experiences. Okay. Using correct gestures, interaction with the child and parents both at the same time. Also appreciating the child to make her comfortable. Very good. Facial expressions were very positive. Understanding the expectations from the parents, very good. What are they looking forward to? Full of energy. Yes, very important. Full of energy. Great. Okay. So next we are going to understand this first point of the context setting, laptop and both the parents. Very important. So why do you think that we want them to join from a laptop? Yes, I would learn something from you. Yes, very good, Devoshmita. Yes. Okay, so Deepa writes, joining from the laptop will provide a frame, bigger screen. Very good. Okay, environment is visible so that all are present together, all are visible together. Okay, content clarity, very good. Less disturbing elements, right? Wide angle of the camera, family in one frame, very good. Lot of options to be used, very good. Okay. Less movement disturbance, okay, very good. No pop-ups. Yes. So mobiles will always have those notifications, pop-ups, WhatsApp text, calls, messages, isn't it? Ting, ting, ting. And your sorry for that. So basically, laptops are better since they will have less distractions. First reason. Second reason, laptop will provide you a bigger, wider screen, and all the three of you will be visible. So if you are telling to the parent that why do we need to join from a laptop, you can say it like this, that a laptop will be providing you a bigger screen, so I can see all three of you together in one frame. Second, of course, distractions. Third, your child will be supposed to read from lots of slides. There will be lots of slides where she will have to read from those slides. In those cases, reading will be very difficult from a mobile phone. And that's the reason why we want you to join from a laptop. And also, there are lots of activities where you need to exhibit your body language, right? So I'm going to teach you body language. How will I see your hand gestures, whether you are using your hand gestures or not? So especially in the screen, if it is small, your hand gestures will anyways not be visible. Most of the times we hold the mobiles in our hand, right? So that's one reason. Okay, wonderful. Next question is very important. Why we want both the parents to be present? Now here you will have, what if it is a single parent? What if the one of the parent is not available? What if? All those what ifs, we are going to cover most of them. Okay, now let's understand why we want both the parents, or in case of single parent, obviously there is one single parent, so single parent has to be there. Now, why do we want so? Why do you think both the parents should be present? To get the maximum information about the student. That's a very good reason, Nidhi. To know how much time they both can give to the child. See, that's something not our prerogative, but why do, okay, one thing more, Harmanpreet, we need the parents to be present only in the demo session, not in the regular classes. Okay, if the child is grown up, like 6, 7 grade student, we don't need the parents there. Only in the demo session we need. Why do you think we need them? So that they know more about the mentor and her credibility. Very good. What is happening, Afsari? Good morning. Welcome to the class. I think you have joined just now. No worries. We are discussing about senior demo segment. So that both you have not missed much. Don't worry. You have just missed one video. So that both the parents are aware of the progress of the child. Very good. Have a sense of trust to build credibility. Very good. To set the expectations of the class. Wonderful. Very good. Okay. To understand the requirement of the parents. Why do we want both the parents to be present in the class? To understand the requirement. So no, that doesn't go together. We can know their expectations. Very good. To know both of their perspectives about the child. Yes, very good. To understand the student better, create personal relations. Very good. Okay. Create personal relation. Able to understand what are the parents' expectations. That's correct. Personalize the session to be made after getting the info. That's actually the previous step. Okay, so that is done before the demo class. I'll tell you. That will be more clear. Actually, you are not wrong. You are actually correct, but then that happens before the demo. The personalizing of the things. To satisfy the parents about the teacher. Okay, so to build credibility. Build relationship with the parents. Okay, understand the environment of the this child studies and to know more about their interests and suggestions about the program. Building trust. Okay, fine. Very good. Parents are the stakeholders. They need to trust us so that they can trust us. So first reason here, both the parents to be present here is there is one more biggest reason why we want both the parents to be present. First reason is the parents get to experience the demo class live, and accordingly they can take their decisions quickly and in an informed manner. Got my point? If I am taking up a course for my child, I would like to know what am I signing up for, right? So for that reason, at least I need a practical experience, a demo, a trial. Say, for example, I want to buy say a car, right? My budget is this much. I would like to have a trial, isn't it? Before I would like to buy it. So before buying a particular thing, I always want a demo for it. We buy a house, we invest in so many things. We like to have a trial of those things, isn't it? So this is also a kind of trial. Why do we want to have a trial? Because we want to be informed about any of the issues or any of the aspects which we should be knowing. And that's only is it possible that you directly go to a Maruti Suzuki a showroom and you directly say, okay, I'm going to buy a Wagoner or whatever it is. I'm going to buy this model. Okay, let's book it in my name. You immediately don't buy, isn't it? You take a trial, you take a few information from different showrooms, you try to understand how things are going to happen, right? How things are going to materialize. And then you take up a decision. So when you are trying to take such a big decision for your child, it's very important for both the parents to understand that how the classes are going on, how the teacher is building relationship with the student, whether my child is comfortable with her or not. So all these things, they get to have a practical experience of it in the demo class. And that's the reason why we want both the parents to be with the child. So that's second expectations. So these are the two basic expectations at a Planet Spark demo, only demo, okay? Only demo. Why we want both the parents to be present in the class and joining from a laptop. Now, when you give something, you don't face challenges. When you expect something in return, you face challenges. Agreed? So in this case also, when you start expecting parents to be present, or you want the parents to join from a laptop, in those cases, there could be some possible challenges here. Now, remember, these challenges will arise in the demo class, but always remember this expectation of both the parents and the laptop has already been set on the slot confirmation call. I hope you remember, I explained the whole step of an enrollment process. First, we accept the demo and then we call the parent and we fix the class, isn't it? Whether you are joining at this particular time or not, we confirm. In that confirmation call itself, won't you be setting your expectation? Yes, we would. Beforehand, in advance, we would like to tell them that, okay, in our classes, this is the basic expectation that we have from our parents, that we want both the parents to be present in the class and we want them to join from a laptop. Okay. Now, the challenges which would be faced in slot confirmation call, those challenges we will discuss on day 4. As of now, we are only discussing after the slot confirmation call is done and you have started the demo, then if you face challenges, what will happen? Okay. So these are some of the possible challenges in this case. Parents have not joined from the laptop. Both the parents are at home, but one parent is busy. Only one parent is present at home. Other parent is either traveling or gone somewhere outside, or he's in the office, or she has gone to some relative's place. And the last challenge would be parents do not want to sit through the entire class. Okay. So in all these scenarios, I would like to show you some videos. I would like to show you the video for first challenge, the second one, and the third one. Fourth one, sorry. And the third challenge, if one parent is present at home, in that case, what we can do is we can ask the other parent to join virtually. Okay. We can give alternative options, right? And we will discuss all those options. Now, this is scenario number 1, when not joined from a laptop. The parents have not joined from a laptop. Let's have a look.
Okay. Hi, Tia. Hi. Oh, hi, Tia. I can't see you. Can you please switch on your video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, hi, Tia. Hi, Ms. Anuradha. We spoke on.
Hi, ma'am. Hi.
You've joined from phone. Okay. So thank you so much, first of all, for, being on time for the session. Very glad to see you both. Just one request. Can we, do you have a laptop device at home?
Yes, ma'am, we have, but it is a little busy. Actually, my younger daughter is doing something on the laptop.
Oh, okay. Is she attending any class or just working on it?
No, just to paint and all, but she's small, so maybe she'll not give.
Oh, okay.
That's why we have joined through phone.
Okay, I understand. Though I would have to request you to, please join from the laptop. Reason being that, we will be playing a lot of activities and Tia would have to read out from the slides. So, from phone, it will become very difficult. And also, I would love to see both of your faces, like complete faces. Right now, I can see sometimes half of Tia, half of you. So it would be great if you can, join from a laptop. So it's okay. Take your time. Don't worry, I'm here only. You can go convince your younger daughter. And yeah.
Ma'am, thoda mushkil ho jata hai na usko manana. So, okay, give me just 5 minutes and we'll try to log in through laptop.
Sure, sure. Don't worry. Take your time. I'm here only.
Okay. So हम log out कर दें यहाँ से?
हाँ जी, आप phone से log out कर दीजिए. You can join again from laptop. Same link.
Okay.
See you. Yes, I'll wait for you.
Okay.
Oh, great. I see you have joined from phone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Anuradha. Thanks, Tia. And see, now I can see both of you together on a bigger screen. So, of course, the experience would also be better. So, thank you so much. I hope your younger daughter didn't feel bad that we took the laptop from her.
She is just right away.
Oh, she's there only. Oh, okay. I'll apologize to her later for sure.
No, it's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, I just wanted to confirm one more thing, that whether your husband would also be joining us. Like he was.
Ma'am, actually, he is busy with his calls, so
Oh, okay.
अभी possible नहीं हो पाएगा. Can we start? So he will join in between if it is possible.
So actually, we will be doing a lot of activities in the session only today. Whenever there are a lot of activities, our class is not just designed for a child. We also try to engage parent. That's one of the reason. And second, it's also an opportunity for both of you to be able to understand that, okay, what are Tia's strengths? Because through every activity, we will be also doing a debrief, and through that you'll get to know what is it that Tia is really good at. So I think it would be really helpful if both of you are there together, and we will also be, in fact, after able to illustrate the Tia's strength and everything. We will also be sharing our feedback with her, for her, with both of you, and a plan based on her performance. That how can we go forward from here? How can we proceed forward? So it is actually really important for both of you to be there.
Okay, so ma'am, मैं एक बार देख कर आती हूँ, and I'll.
Sure, yeah. It's okay. We'll wait. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, you're back? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am actually is in the middle of his call, so
Okay.
अभी free नहीं हो पाएंगे.
Okay. Do you want to do this like after half an hour? I can, we can again come back in half an hour.
हो जाएगा. Actually, टिया की एक और class है उसके बाद.
Okay.
हाँ, so it will be late.
Okay.
ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि can we start and he can come in between ऐसा.
Okay. Beginning में थोड़ा हम activity करने वाले थे. How much time will he take?
एक बार check करना पड़ेगा.
Sure. Yeah, it's okay.
ठीक है.
I'll wait. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, hi. Hello, sir. How are you?
How are you? All good, ma'am. All good. So do you actually need both the parents here?
Yes, actually, I was just sharing with your wife that there would be a lot of activities that we will be doing where both the parents would also be involved. And secondly, this is an opportunity for both of you to also experience the demo and see how we design the class, and we'll be highlighting Tia's strength as well. So it would be helpful if both of you are here.
If you take my opinion, ma'am, this is a child's demo. I think she can take it better. I can join at the end, and I've already interacted with you in the beginning. So if it's okay, I can join back in some time. Is that okay?
I think I'm so sorry. I know, I might be asking you to stay for an hour, but it would be extremely helpful. So if you could join.
No worries. Understood, ma'am. I'll be here. I'll be around.
Thank you so much. Maybe you can take a chair and be
Yeah, I'll still be sitting.
And I see Tia's sister also. Hi. Hi. What's your name?
Okay, teachers, please give me a second. Yes. So in this case, what did we see? We saw that the parent had not joined from a laptop. She had joined from a phone, and only the parent and the child was there. In that case, what did the teacher do? What did you saw her doing? The first thing that she did was she gave reasons. First thing that you need to do, we all need to do. Let's give reasons why a laptop is required. You know the reasons why a laptop is required. And why a mobile phone is not feasible during the class. It's not just a talking class. It's a reading, speaking, writing, creating, drafting, lots of things are there. Okay. So in this reason, because of that reason, a mobile phone is not feasible. Give reasons for that. After giving reasons, if they still say that, okay, my laptop is busy, like she said, my younger sister is so, adamant, and, she's a young child, she'll start crying and all those things. So in that case, you can just ask them, would you like me to do this class other time? Would you like me to reschedule? Nobody would want. They already have a laptop. They can just bring it back, right? I'll answer that question. What if the laptop is not there? So first, your work is to give reasons why a particular expectation is, like a particular thing is being expected from the parents. Second, give alternate options for doing the same. Okay. Once you give options, make them comfortable and give them time. Tell them it's okay, no worries, I'm waiting. Please bring your laptop and then join. No worries, I'll be waiting here. You can drop off from your phone and then you can join from your laptop. Am I clear? So 3 things always remember. First, and in a proper chronology, you need to follow this. Give them reasons. After that, if they still are saying no, it's very difficult, tell them, ask them if I can do it at some other time. If after that, if they say, okay, no, I don't want it to be other time. Okay, let me see what I can do. Tell them it's okay, no worries, I can wait for some time. It's okay. Make them feel comfortable in whatever they are doing. Second scenario was the father was not in the class and she asked for the father. Where is the father? What if they don't have a laptop? Okay. What if they don't have a laptop? If they don't have a laptop, you would come to know in the slot confirmation call itself. If they don't have a laptop, which is very feeble chance, trust me, after the COVID times, each and every household, most of the households, they have got a laptop for their children. I, being a COVID parent, I know for my child, for my neighborhood children, I have seen all of them, they all have bought laptops. I'm not making a general statement, but in case they don't have a laptop, in that case, you don't have any option. You can't tell them to go and borrow it from someone else. You can just reiterate the reason. Again, follow the same path. Reiterate the reason why a laptop is required, why a mobile phone is going to be very, very difficult, and tell them that as of now, since you don't have a laptop, we can go ahead and take the demo, but tell them that it is going to be very, very difficult in the coming future to continue 165 sessions on a mobile phone. Okay. Next question, can we speak in Hindi? Like, see, she spoke, absolutely. It's not an English, or it's not a school that you will get 10 rupees fine, you will have to give 20 rupees fine, or you'll be punished if you don't speak in English. It's not like that. It's to have that comfortability in the class. If you think that the parents are more comfortable in some other language like Marathi, Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, Tamil, Kannada, or Malayalam, in that case, you switch on to another language. If you do not have a common language, obviously English is the only way out. What if they don't log back on even after 5 to 10? Call them, tell them my time is very important, sir. I do have another class at 7 p.m. also. So I need to finish this early. So it would be great if you can, they do respect your time. You're the teachers. Deboshmita? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So I have such kind of experience that even like I have been from ethnic background only. So there, suppose students are, like facing any technical issue or a laptop or a PC issue like that, then if we call also, sometimes in a demo class only, they after that they ghost, like they are not picking up the calls or something like that. And as you mentioned that there is a step of a slot confirmation, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So slot confirmation, then only like we will be getting all the like discussions and on laptop and present of the both of the parents and everything. And what if like we are only initiating the first step, right? Like we would be assigned the leads. Like you said that they will be filling a form and then it will be turning into a lead, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that will be reflecting in our dashboard.
Yes.
So from there only we will be making the slot confirmation, right? Rather, we won't be assigned.
Once you accept the demo, the expanded view will be shown on your dashboard. You will get the phone number there. You will call the parent and you will confirm the demo. Yes.
Okay. And so that is what, for example, I take that demo for the day, and if I miss it, like if they start posting or something like that, then that is gone, right?
If you miss it as a teacher,
No, like for example, they miss it. For example, like they're having an issue, and I also propose them for a rescheduling and everything.
rescheduling is option. Reschedule it.
Yes.
It will be there
Okay.
on your LMS. Change the time, change the date if that is possible. Tell them if you are not able to join as of now, I can reschedule it. If the
Okay.
same day they can take, wonderful. You will learn all these things. You will learn how to reschedule, how many times you can reschedule. All those things will be told to you. Yes, there
Okay.
can be technical issues. There can be issues where parents are not able to join, their laptop suddenly stopped working, or something happened, or they had to go somewhere. They called you up. They said, oh, sir, ma'am, there is a sudden emergency. I have to leave. I'm so sorry. I won't be able to take the demo. So ask them, when will you be next available? Then accordingly, I'll reschedule it. So you will reschedule accordingly, isn't it?
Okay. And besides that, I will be having any operational assistance for the same if any problem arises from
For
our
that, you
side?
will have a live demo support option there, where the team, if you click on that, within 3 minutes, the team will respond for any operational related issues.
Understood. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay. So I showed you two different scenarios where you convince the parents to join from a laptop. These are the 3 points which I have written also, and very similar to what I explained just now. The child will be required to look and read from the screen most of the times. The activities where you all will be participating requires you to use your hands. So hand gestures will not be visible on a phone camera. You will also be participating. There are activities which is not only made for students, but it is made for the parents also. So you will be participating also, and the phone camera will not give you enough space for me to see all of you, right? And of course, laptop is free from any kind of distractions. You can add that point as well. Now, the second scenario also I have shown you, where the father was at home, he was on a call and he did not want to join. He was not joining, right? So what did she do? Again, she gave the reason to the mother that why both the parents are required. The father came and then again he said, what is the need for me to sit in the class? Then she again reiterated the reason and she gave alternative options. If you want, so in this case, alternative options were not required. But in case if the father is at home, sorry, is at the office, then in case you can, in that case, you can tell them that if you want, I can take the class at other time as well. So give them alternative options if that is required, and do not forget to give them, ample time to get settled, comfort. And when you are calling the parents, you obviously ask them to join 5 minutes before the trial class, right? So that happens in the slot confirmation call itself. It is not like 6 p.m. the class starts, you have to join at 6 p.m. only, right? They have to be ready 5 minutes before. Yes, Darshana?
Hi. So Preeti, what I wanted to know is, so like you said, that if there's just one parent, other parent is either busy or on a call. So what if we say all these things to them and tell them ki it's important, but still they're very adamant ki nahi, aaj ke liye to
Let
only
it
one
go.
parent can
Let
join.
it go. That is what
Okay.
I'm coming to. Let it go.
Okay.
Okay. So to summarize, explain the purpose for having both the parents in the demo session. Give them options for doing it at some other time, same day. If the parents are ready to join virtually. If one of the parent is not available, who is not available, he is ready to join virtually, wonderful. Give them the link. They can join virtually also. Try to get both the parents, but do not cancel the demo just because only one parent is present. Okay. Do not cancel the demo, or I would say do not even reschedule the demo. At least if one parent is present, go ahead with the demo. But before the demo starts, make sure that you try enough and you tell the parent enough about why both the parents are required. Okay. And also you have given them ample amount of options like joining virtually or joining at some other time. Now, remember, when we are talking about expectations, these are not just words, but these are based on certain research. The research at Planet Spark clearly showed that when both the parents, laptop, and SparkX video, these three things were ensured in a demo class, there was a huge upsurge in the number of enrollments that we had. So 60% upsurge in the number of enrollments is a huge number. So that's the reason why we want both the parents and laptop and SparkX video, which we'll be doing on day 4. So as of now, let's understand why we want both the parents and laptop in the class. Oh, sorry, I did not read out how to, what should we say to convince the parents to join. Tell them that I will be sharing a detailed feedback on the child's strengths and areas of improvement. So they already know that they have joined to understand the areas of improvement of their child and what are their strengths. So when you are going to discuss the strengths and areas of improvement of the child, they need to understand why the teacher is saying so. For that reason, they need to view the whole demo properly, isn't it? Otherwise, the teacher will come and give any feedback. How will they trust the teacher? How that trust will be built? That's very important. For that reason, we want both the parents to be present in the demo so that they can understand and they are both on the same page, the teacher and the parents. Both should be on the same page. They should agree to each other's feedback, right? Also, you will understand how we conduct our classes. So you will get a practical experience of the classes and you will be able to make your decision faster. And lastly, there are some activities in the class which will also require your presence. So it's not like only the activities are for the children, it's for the parents also. There are some activities where parents can also be involved and they are very fun activities, right? So these are some of the reasons which we can mention. Yes. Questions? Can you write it in the chat section? It will be great. What can we do if a parent is a single parent? One was working abroad. I already said this. Will all the demo classes be recorded? Yes. The demo classes are recorded not for a checking or something. It's recorded for the auditing purposes and for training and development purposes. Okay. How many demo classes can we take per day as per your time? It's totally up to you. Rescheduling is done within that day or can be rescheduled next day as well. Next day as well. You have time for, I think, 4 to 5 days you can reschedule. You have a window of that. Okay, phone number will be visible only to the person who accepts the demo. Yes. Once you accept the demo, only then will the phone number will be available. I mean, visible. Otherwise, until and unless you don't accept the demo, you won't get that phone number. Okay. We can take the rest of these questions at the end. Summarize slide. Once again, you already have the slides with you. You can watch your slides on your own. Okay. Can we have 5-6 demos per day? Yeah, why not?
I might be asking you to stay for an hour, but
so we are going to start from introduction to PS skills, and I'll quickly share the portion where we are doing that game. It's a very interesting game.
All right. Okay, great. Okay, so ready to play games?
Yes.
All of you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I love the energy. Awesome. So the first game is, Tia, can you read out what is the name here?
Emotional request.
Yes, emotional request. And there are a lot of faces on the right-hand side. What do you think this game is about?
I think this game is about showing expressions.
Absolutely. Yes, this is the game where you have to show your expression, but there is a twist. Okay, ready for the twist?
Yes.
Okay. So now, can you read out the first 2 instructions as well over here?
Okay. How to play. Speak a sentence in a particular emotion. Use your hands, face, and voice to show that emotion.
Correct. And eyes as well, right? So I want to again say that, we remember our second norm. So we have to always try to use our hands, our face, and Tia, our eyes and voice. Yes. Okay. So the twist here is that there would be a sentence written Okay, and then there would be a particular emotion. So we have to speak that sentence in that emotion only.
Okay.
I will give an example to start with, okay? And Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, all of us have to play this, okay? So are you also ready for the challenge?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So this is the first sentence, okay? Sentence is, I love going to school, and I'll say it in happy emotion, all right?
Okay.
So let me now show how I will speak. I love going to school. Okay, was I happy enough?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So this is how we have to play, okay? So next, Tia, are you ready? Should we start with you?
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, sad emotion. Now this could be a bit tough.
Okay.
And your statement is, I love going to school.
I love going to school.
Nice. I saw what you did with your eyes, like, just blinked it and like a sigh. I love going to school. But I could also see you were trying to hide your smile. But well done. Good. Nice. Okay. Now let's see how your parents also does it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Angry. Who would want to do this?
Yes, I'm more angry.
Oh, really? Is that so, Tia? Your mom is like, she gets angry more than your father?
No, they both equally love me.
Lovely. Nice. Okay.
Both are angry people.
Amazing. Even she's enjoying the class.
Yes.
Amazing. All right.
Actually, he will be the better person to do this.
Oh, really? Wow. Do you want to, Dia? Do you want to do it? Do you want to say? No? Okay. All right. Okay. So yes, Miss Anuradha, show us your angry face.
So I'm very bad though, but I'll try.
It's okay. We'll try. Don't worry.
I love going to school.
Okay, now I see why you mentioned that. But nice. I saw you, trying to widen your eyes and trying to bring the angry emotion. I now know why Tia said that. No, both of you are like, you don't get angry easily, it seems. So yes, okay. Great. Thank you so much, Ms. Anuradha. Mr. Manish, are you ready for your statement?
Yeah.
Which emotion do you think it will be?
It has to be happy. I'm always happy.
Oh, okay. I wish that I could have given you the first one, but that one is gone. So let's see which one is the next. Okay. Oh, scared. Okay.
It goes with me actually. I don't love going to school.
Okay. All right. Yes.
I love going to school. That's the best I can do.
I could see, your like face had a little bit of smile because I think again we are doing this activity, but your voice having that quiver, in the voice. So that was nice. And also lowering your volume. Nice. Very good. Right. So Tia, let's do one more. I know actually I had only prepared one for each, but I think we can do just one last one. So I give you confused emotion. Can you try doing it in confused emotion?
Okay.
Think. How do we show that we are confused?
Okay. I think I get it. I love going to school.
Nice. This time you used your hand gestures also, like your hands also. I love going to school. Very good, Tia. Very good. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for, participating in this. I hope everyone enjoyed. And that was definitely an emotional performance. So Tia, who do you think performed the best? Actually, anyone can answer. Tia? Well, I do agree. Tia,
My dad.
your dad, yeah, he did scared emotion really well. Yes. And what was good? What did you find good when he did the scary emotion?
It was looking like he was really scared. It was not like he was pretending. So that's what I like about it.
And what made you what makes you say that it was looking, that he was really scared?
Because of his face, because he made a face and from his low volume, that's why.
Correct. Yes. And I want you to hold on to that thought. Okay. I'll come back to that response of yours in just a minute. Yeah. So now a question for all of you, and you can use your fingers to show me. Let's use our hands. How many languages do you all know? 3. Oh, wow. All of you know 3 languages. Okay. So I know 2. I got to know that you already know English and Hindi. What's the third one that all of you know?
I know French.
Oh, French. Nice. Okay. And what about both of you?
Punjabi.
I know Punjabi and a dialect of Haryanvi also.
Oh, interesting. So it's 4 languages for you.
No, it's a dialect, na. So
Dialect,
we can
Technicality. All right. Now I know why you are into this profession. I can understand. All right. No, just kidding. But yes, great. So definitely you all know 3 languages and definitely a dialect as well. Now, what if I tell you that you also know one more language? What is it, Tia? There are some cues or you can say hint for you over here. These 2 points. Do you want to read these out loud?
Okay. Can you guess the language? You have been using it for many years. This language is more important than the language you speak.
Yes. Which language do you think it is? What are we using?
Your emotions.
Our
and your-
emotions. So we are trying to express our emotions. And how are we expressing our emotions? Remember, what did I say you to use at all times?
Your hands,
Hands,
your face, your eyes, and your voice.
yes. So these hands, face, voice, and eyes, what are these? These are parts of your
Senses.
senses, and these are your body parts, right? So what do you think the language is? Okay, your mom is going to help you. I think she's trying to help you. Do you want to say it out loud?
Language.
Yes, body language. Yes. So yes, this is the language of body, when we use our face, our hands, and our eyes. Now, do you want to go back to that answer that you gave, that you were able to feel that your father was really scared?
Yes.
Because he was using what?
His expressions, his eyes, his hands, and his face expression.
Yes. So he was using body language, right? Even when you gave the confused expression, you also did like this, right?
Yeah.
And then you were thinking, and how do we know that you are thinking? You were not telling us that, oh, I'm thinking. Tia is not saying that, right? But it was your hand gestures, it was the way you made your expression on the face and your eyes, that told us that yes, Tia is thinking and maybe she's confused. Yeah. So this is the language that we already know. And my promise is that, within 30 minutes, you will be able to master this language. Okay. We'll come back to this promise towards the end of the class. Yeah. All right. Okay. And with that, there are 2 other things, Tia, that we have to keep in mind to be a great public speaker. Can you read out these 2 things?
Confidence, how graceful you are while presenting and how much people believe in you.
Yeah, right. Okay. And second?
Voice, speaking loudly, clearly, and pausing when required.
Thank you, Tia. I think you have been doing both of these really well already. You are very confident while speaking. It seems like, you believe in yourself. And you're also using loud voice. You are not like speaking loudly. You're not like, saying it in a very softer voice that others can't even hear. You are very loud and clear. Yeah. So this is something that helps us become a great public speaker. Now, I'll just shift to both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal, that why do you think, these public speaking skills are important? And we should focus on, say, body language, confidence, and how we use our voice.
I'm not sure about the body language, how we should do it, but I can tell you why the public speaking thing is important. See, especially I'll take example from my industry. IT industry is a very, it's a very tough, plus it requires a lot of brain and skill is involved. But the only skill which is lacking is the speaking skills, the expression. A developer can give you a very good code, but he cannot explain you how he has written it.
Yes.
It will take him ages. So that's where the problem is. Our client don't understand the developer language. They need us to bridge that. Both know what they are up to, but they don't understand each other's language. So it's important to express and make other person understand what you're trying to convey.
Absolutely. Absolutely correct. Thank you so much. And you've articulated it really well, using a real life example as well. So definitely. Do you want to add something to that, Ms. Anuradha?
Yeah, actually, why it is needed, because, basically it gives, yes, obviously, as it suggests, that confidence level will increase, and it will remove all hesitation. So maybe it will help in that. So that's why these both things are needed.
Definitely. Again, absolutely correct. It will definitely remove that hesitation, and like she can be that confident self who will believe in herself and just like ready to try out different things.
Right. So this was introduction to PS skills. There were a lot of information over here. I know there was lots of things here. So first we played a game, right? That is the emotional request game, where we had a sentence and we asked the parents, the child, to repeat the sentence, but in different emotions, right? One was in angry emotion, one was in sad, Another one is confused, isn't it? So everyone had a scared emotion. So they had different emotions, and that is how you play the game. Now, why are we playing the game? You need to debrief after that. So whatever activity we do in your demo session, it's very important to debrief it later. Okay, then you debrief the whole activity, you introduce the skills, the body language, confidence, and voice, and then at the end, do not forget to ask for parents' opinion so that you can understand. So you can check for the understanding of the parent, isn't it? So CFU, please remember this abbreviation, CFU, checking for understanding of the child or of the parent. Here, we are asking parents' opinion so that we can also understand whether they know the significance of these skills or not, right? I feel y'all are more busy in writing in the chat section than focusing on the videos that I'm showing you. Keep your questions with yourself. Do not write it right now. It would be better if I get questions at one point of time and together I can give you the answers. That would be much better. CFU is checking for understanding, Maisha. Checking for understanding of the child or of the parent, CFU. Next is speech delivery. This will take a little bit of time. So, okay, let's see. We'll continue for another 5 minutes, maybe. So the last one was introduction to PA skills. We played a game. We introduced the skills, body language, confidence, and voice. And at the end, we asked for parents' opinion, which is very important. Next is speech delivery. Let's have a look.
Yeah, actually, why it is needed, because
confidence self who will think that I think we can go back to the content. Just a minute. Let me quickly share my screen and we can begin. Okay, so now that we have learned body language, about body language, Tia, and confidence and voice, and you also heard your parents sharing that why are these skills important, what we will be doing right now is we'll be watching playing another game. Okay, where we'll be watching a speech. So ready for game 2?
Yeah.
And I want to remind you, you have 2 lifelines. So in case you would want to use, you can use that also while playing the game.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So I want you to meet a very similar, student of ours who's just as old as you are right now, 11-year-old Ovia. She's a Planet Spark Star student and India's youngest TEDx speaker. Do you know what is TEDx speaker? Have you? Okay, Tia doesn't know. Do you want to share that, Mr. Agarwal, for Tia? What is TEDx?
TEDx is a platform where you inspire people, where you go and tell about your life journey, how you have made things to success. And you inspire people, you get a lot of public to reach out to, and it is mainly used to get some fans and the fancy stuff like that.
Absolutely. And to be able to influence also, if I have to add something, to be able to influence large number of people, and as your father mentioned, share about personal journey so that others can also learn, right? So Ovia was also, she had joined Planet Spark as a student who was not as confident earlier, but she gave a TEDx speech in front of a large audience very recently, and was featured also. Like, her videos are all over there. If you go and Google, you'll find her also, more about her. So we are going to listen to her speech, and what we will be doing is this part. Can you read out the second instruction? Identify one.
Identify the examples of body language, confidence, voice.
Yes. Okay. So these are the things I want you to actively focus on while you are looking at her speech. Okay. Her body language, confidence, and voice. All right. Okay. So are we ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just leave the speech. Just give me a thumbs up if you are able to hear. Okay. Okay. I think your father has stepped out for a minute.
Yeah, actually someone is there on the door.
Okay. Okay. No worries. Yeah. Okay. So I'll play the video and he can join us.
Sure.
Okay. Can you hear?
I am holding something fantastic inside my palm right now that may soon go extinct. It has been around for millions of years. It is older even than the dinosaur and is the primary source of food for every single person on this planet. There is no human who hasn't touched or seen it. Any guesses on what it is? Well, you're absolutely correct. It is soil. Now I know you have a lot of questions, like how can soil go extinct, and why is an 11-year-old so concerned about soil and not her favorite K-pop artist who is about to drop his next album? Let me tell you something about myself. I've got several talented friends. Some can solve Rubik's Cube pretty fast, some have written and published great books, and some have wonderful YouTube channels.
अभी आया है, बिल्कुल
Sorry about
latest.
this. Okay, I think we have watched the main part, so I'll stop playing the video. So yes, Tia, what did you observe when Ovia was performing? Did you think where was she using her body language, which includes hands, face,
Yeah.
eyes, right? How was she confident and how was she using her voice? Yes.
She was confident and she was expressing herself really well.
Mhm.
And she also speaks in a way that no one gets bored.
Yes. So you want to say that she was able to grab everyone's attention.
Yes.
Yeah. And did you see her using her hands? Can you tell me one specific example where she used her hands while speaking?
When she told that soil is important, and why is she caring about 11-year-old is caring about the soil.
Yes.
So,
And what kind of gesture did she make? Can you show me? Can you just illustrate that for me? She did like this, something like this, right? And for the soil, she also made a fist.
yes.
Yeah. So that was the reason, Tia, what you mentioned, that she was able to grab everyone's attention and that others were not feeling bored. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And do you think she was also using a lot of she was making different expressions?
Yes.
Yes.
She
Okay.
was making different expressions to express herself.
Yes, that's true. So now comes the interesting part where you can, I think over here, so you didn't use your lifeline. You didn't even need to. So that's amazing. So you still have your 2 lifelines with you. Now there's a challenge here for you. Okay. And this is something that you will have to do alone though. Okay. There we can't use lifeline. And the challenge is, can you now give the same speech that Ovia did?
Okay.
Okay. Don't worry. I won't make too tough for you. I will give you the speech. I will give you these lines. But what I want you to do is, what do you think the challenge is about? You have to use?
The challenge is about you have to speak something and express yourself. You have to speak these lines.
Very good. Yes, very smart, Tia. So yes, we have been discussing about hands, eyes, voice, and face, right? So while speaking this speech, you have to use all of that. Okay. If you feel that you will feel more confident by standing up also and reading, that is also fine. And you can see that here, some of the words have been highlighted.
Yes.
Why do you think these words are highlighted?
I think these words are highlighted when we have to give some expression. When we have to give expression.
Okay. So expression and also emphasize, stress on these words, like how Ovia was doing. I am holding something fantastic. She took longer to speak those words. Yeah. And then there are some faces also that are made. So these are the expressions that Ovia was giving while speaking. Okay. Do you want to try this?
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you do this? Take 30 seconds, read out the sentences so that you know them well, and then you can present it to us. Okay.
I'm holding something fantastic inside my palm right now that may soon go extinct.
Mm-hmm.
It has been around for millions of years.
Mm-hmm.
There is no human who hasn't touched it or seen it. Any guesses on what is it? Well, you're absolutely correct. It's soil.
Okay, all right. So you have read it or you were preparing? I got confused, sorry.
I am reading it now.
Okay, now
I was
you
preparing now.
all right. Okay. So remember, I think you are doing really well with your voice. You're very natural when you have to give pauses, Tia. But I want you to use more of your hands and give more expressions. Okay? Yes. Come on, let's do it. Yes.
I'm holding something fantastic inside my palm right now that may soon go extinct. It has been around for millions of years. There is no human who hasn't touched it or seen it. Any guesses on what is it? Well, you're absolutely correct. It is soil.
Very good, Tia. Great attempt. Thank you so much. And this time, of course, I saw, that you were using your hands a bit more and also looking directly in the camera while speaking, and also, your voice. Very good. What do you think, both of you, Mr. and Mrs. Agarwal? How did she do?
Yes, definitely. She did very well.
Yeah, she did good.
Yeah.
We've seen this already. Sorry.
Okay. Great. So amazing. I think, yeah, again, something to keep in mind that, right now I know we are in an online setting, but, when you were moving your hands, I was not able to see them clearly. So also ensuring that, how can we ensure that the other person are also able to see our gestures? That's something. But I think I want to emphasize again, great voice modulation. Like you were able to lower your volume, or when you had to say something fantastic, then you were able to emphasize the right words. Wherever there was a question mark, you were able to speak in that tone. So I think you used your voice really well. Good job on that. Okay.
Yes. So this
Voice
was speech
modulation.
delivery. Here, very simple. Am I audible to everyone? Yes. Okay, great. So in speech delivery, we mainly first introduce Ovia and show her speech. Once we introduce her speech, we show the speech. Before that, we need to instruct the child to understand and to also look for the body language and voice muscles. We have already introduced the PS skills, isn't it? We have already told her the significance of body language for the confidence and all those things. So we are going to tell her that while you're watching this video, make sure that you observe the speaker's body language and voice modulation and confidence. Then we can ask for child's observations. And at the end, the speech challenge. You can show the speech to the child, and then you can share the feedback at the end on the child's use of body language, voice modulation, and confidence. Okay. Great. So now we'll take a break. It's 11:33, so I'll take it as 11:35. We'll come back at 11:50. Okay. So I'm stopping the share as of now, and I'm closing this class. You can join the next segment at 11:45, but we'll start the session at 11:50. Okay. Please join it at 11:45. Okay. Yes, Deboshmita, you can go ahead. I have 2 minutes to close this session.
Yes, ma'am. So I was saying, like, as I mentioned that I belong from an edtech only. So there I also, like, I'm just concerned because, I see the students, if it is grown-up students or like example 8 standard 8 to plus 8+ students, then it's fine. But if they're like younger than that, it's a bit difficult because even after, as you said, emails, they missed mail, like they tend to miss it. They tend not to join the class on time. So for that is the reason, like we will be just reconfirming them, and then we will be starting the class with them. Right?
What's the question? What's the concern?
My concern is like they tend to join or they tend not to complete the whole session, and in between, like I face such cases.
In my 3 years of experience, that has never happened.
So yes, ma'am, I would like to know the experience, this teaching experience. Ki, matlab, here parents and students are very much serious, like they are only registering it.
Parents and students have a certain characteristic, and every parent, every student will be different. But if you set expectations clearly in the beginning of the class, you tell them that yes, and they will ask you how long this class will be. You clearly tell them this class will be of 1 hour, but with the child, I will spend hardly 40 to 45 minutes. For the junior child, it is lesser than that.
Okay.
40 to 45 minutes. I said this in the first day itself, that the whole class, the whole demo session is of 1 hour, but you spend hardly 40 to 45 minutes with the student. Now you say that in case there are some challenges, like, they are not joined from a laptop, and you spend some time in giving them time to get the laptop charged, join back again. So in those scenarios, you can give 5, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. It's okay. You can cut short your parent-teacher interaction, or you can cut short on your explanations to some extent. So you know how to manage your time. That's absolutely on yours. Like you can take your time in those cases.
Okay. And for example, if like as I said, and there will be challenges like this because I have faced the same thing. Like they might, as you have mentioned, that they might have to leave for some work, or only student will be present after some times. So there, I will be continuing with the session. But for example, the session, even after rescheduling, they are not joining or something like that. Then will I be paid for the like mark as the availability, or just that's a gone case?
So that the payment for a successful demo is only made once the demo for 1 hour is conducted successfully with one parent and a child. That's a
Okay.
successful demo. If that is not conducted, if the demo is cancelled for any reason, you are not paid for the demo. Demo is cancelled, right?
Okay. So like this way I can plan my day. For example, I start my work from 10 a.m. suppose I tell. So I will be checking my dashboard and I will be accepting one after the other. For example, if I take 5 demos or 4 demos a day, then I will be making a call, and on that basis I will be set the timing, and then I'll start with the day, right?
This timings, you will be accepting the demos on the basis of timings. The timings are set.
Yes, so on the basis of that, like at once, for example, I can schedule 4 demos like in the morning only, and like respective time in their respective time, and they can, and after that I can one-on-one sit with them. That's what I was asking. Or after completing one. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll close the session. Let's join the next session at 11:45. We'll start the fresh segment at 11:50. Okay.